are, you little math thieves, watching television when you should be doing your homework? Oh, very well. Stick around and you might learn something from Lieutenant Dirk Niblick of the Math Brigade. As today's episode, Roll Out the Boobalahs, starts to begin, we find that math wizard working on his income tax.
I love income tax. It's thought-provoking and not as sharp as carpet tax. Of course, income tax doesn't hold your rug down as well as carpet tax. You know, I once knew a bald-headed gentleman who held his rug down with spirit gum. Spirit gum is gum chewed by ghosts. It doesn't stick to the top of the sheet.
As Dirk continued to ponder...
List wages, salaries, tips, etc. Well, I made wages, salaries, and tips, but never etc.
His next-door neighbor, Mr. Beasley, happened by chance to happen by.
Did you happen to know that there's no glass in your windows, Lieutenant Niblick?
Yes, and you have no idea how much I save by not having to have someone clean them. How are you, Mr. Beasley?
I'm fine, Lieutenant Niblick, but I didn't come by to be grilled unmercifully by the likes of you.
Why did you come by?
To help establish the premise for this story. Are you going to the concert this evening?
Oh, what concert is that, Mr. Beasley?
The one being played by your favorite polka fusion group.
Bernadette and the Boobalahs?
The very same. I have a ticket, which, if you grovel, you may have.
I love Bernadette and the Boobalahs.
I know that about you, Lieutenant.
But if I take your ticket, you can't go.
That's all right, Lieutenant. I don't mind. Bernadette and the Boobalahs make me sick to my stomach.
I'm the happiest mathematician north of the Rio Grande. My, what an expensive ticket. $50. I'll have to do something nice for Mr. Beasley sometime. Maybe. I've never seen Bernadette and the Boobalahs in person, but I've got all of their record. Their hit album is called Polkas to Fuse Heavy Metal by. It's in the Grove.
As Dirk bubbled with anticipation, backstage at the extremely square garden, this scene was unfolding with just enough pathos to rip your heart out.
And so that's the story, polka people. If we don't clear at least $1,000 tonight, we're gonna have to disband the band.
That'll be awful.
Right.
I'll die. My brother has a spaghetti dinner in the trunk of his elephant.
Maybe tonight will be our lucky night.
Maybe Tuesday will be our good news day.
Maybe if we disband the band, I'll have to go back to work.
What kind of work did you do?
I didn't do any work. I'm from a small town in Indiana called work.
And you didn't work in work?
Sometimes I worked and worked. I was a walker.
Well, how did you get to work?
I walked.
As a walker, you had to walk to work and work?
Unless the streets were flooded. Then I waited to work to walk and work.
5 minutes, Bernadette and the Boobalahs. Break a leg.
Hey, wait a sec. It's a show business saying, which metaphorically is a wish for good fortune.
I am humbled.
You got a ticket, because if you don't, you can't get in. They've sold out.
Yes, luckily I do have a ducat, and I'm sorry that you don't.
Swallow alum.
Thank you. Gee, this is about as excited as I've been since I solved a quadratic equation whilst cliff diving in Acapulco.
There's a pretty plucky pony, and gosh, wouldn't you know that pretty plucky pony's in a rodeo. And the thrill of the evening when the wranglers roam is when somebody tries to ride it home. Toss him off, cries the gents from the rear. Toss him off, is about all you hear. But that pony, while plucky, said, alas and alack, would you mind, and please get off my back.
Gosh-a-roonies, but that was a short concert, but good. I think I'll go backstage and tell Bernadette and the Boobalahs how wonderful they are. Maybe I could even get their autographs.
Come in, Mr. King.
I'm not Mr. King, but I have loyal praise for you. I wonder if you might autograph my ticket stub.
Sure.
Glad to.
You bet.
I never learned to write in my honors course at Ohio State.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were our manager, Mr. Caton King. You see, we may be going out of business tonight. We're just not making enough money.
Well, I find that hard to believe. You're a very popular group. Why aren't you cleaning up?
'Cause we're out of soap, man.
All right, sweethearts, how's my group? It's Caton King when swings the thing. I'm here to lay some numbers on your ears.
How did we do tonight, Mr. King?
Not bad. Now, our deal is you get 90% of the money, right?
That's right.
Well, here's how we did, my polka-warbling wonders. Okay, we sold 40 tickets at $50. Those were the best seats. That's a total of $2,000. Then we sold 100 tickets at $20. That totals $2,000, and we sold 100 tickets at $10 for a total of $1,000. That's 240 tickets for a grand total of $5,000.
$5,000! Did you hear that, gang? We're gonna be able to make it. I'll be able to pay off my accordion teacher.
I'll be able to have my horse painted orange.
Oh, that's a horse of a different color.
I'll be able to buy cat food for my dog.
Your dog eats cat food?
No, he just chases it.
I'll be able to buy a walk for cooking Chinese food. Then I can wait or walk with my walk to work at Walk and Work. Just a minute, my happy wastrels.
That's minstrels.
Don't pick nits. You didn't make $5,000. You made 90% of $5,000. We multiply $5,000 by 90%, or 0.09. That means you get $450.
$450? But that's not enough. We need more than that.
So get a night job. See you around.
Let me see those figures, Bernadette and the Boobalahs. I think your manager may be having his way with you.
What? Does Dirk think he's found dishonesty in this business we call show? I find that hard to conjure, but I believe in Dirk Niblick. Caton King said they would receive 90% of the money. Do you see dishonesty here? Puzzle it out, and we'll be back faster than you can say George Snuffy Sternwhite hit .309 and won the American League batting title in 1945. Did you figure out what Dirk did? I must say I didn't, but that's why I wear short brown socks.
It was swell of you to invite us to your home, Lieutenant Niblick.
Well, I just thought we should get out of the extremely square garden and get a breath of fresh air.
There's someone at the window, Lieutenant.
No, I'm just Mr. Beasley, his next-door neighbor.
Why do you think our manager, Mr. Caton King, is trying to cheat us?
He's a manager. That's his job. I'm just kidding. Gee willikers, I don't want to offend honest managers who may be in the audience, if any.
Was there something wrong with his figures?
Yes, I thought he was a bit overweight, and his musculature was inappropriate to that knit suit.
No, I meant...
You mean the figures he presented to you? Yes. Do you know what's going on here?
We're finding 90% of $5,000.
No, your manager admits he took in $5,000, right?
Right as the rain that falls from above.
$5,000 represents all of the money. In other words, 100%. 90% is almost 100%, right?
Well, it sounds like it should be.
So it follows that you should be getting almost $5,000, right?
I hope so. I'll be able to put a down payment on that new dental appliance that shakes the plaque out of your head.
But you didn't get almost $5,000. You got only...
$450.
Right. Not very close to $5,000. That's because he multiplied by...
0.09.
Your manager gave you 9%, not 90. To find 90% of 5,000, we multiply by 0.90. In this case, 90% should be written like this. You should have gotten $4,500.
Wow, $4,500. Now I'll be able to make a down payment on those junk bonds and leverage a takeover of nuclear deodorants.
I think Caton King has been cheating us all along.
You should always figure out about how much money you think you're earning. That way you won't have any big surprises along the march of life.
We'll have to have our manager arrested and punished.
Why don't you just lock him in a fungus-infested tiled room and make him listen to your music?
Good idea.
And so, once again, thanks to his mathematical prowess, Lieutenant Dirk Niblick of the Math Brigade has saved the day. And remember, as Benjamin Franklin never said, a day saved is a day earned. Goodbye until next time when I'll say, hello.